This is a story I've actually talked about, so if you can find it on my channel, you might find my original take interesting, because I actually found a YouTube video, and I think it's deleted now, but if I have to, I'll go back and clip it and repost it so you guys can see it. But there was a video of the mother talking very nonchalantly about the death of her daughter. That's actually a screenshot from that video. That's a screenshot from it. And I want y'all to hear what these group of people did to this little baby. So I'm going to give you an update. There's a big update in this story. Some viewers may find the following content offensive and controversial. The information in this video comes from multiple sources, including court records, official police charges, news web articles, and interviews. This video commentary also contains my personal opinions about the facts of this story. The point is to use this story as a cautionary tale in hopes of preventing tragedies like these to children going forward. Viewer discretion is advised. That is your official disclaimer. And our news source is KRON4.com. So if y'all want to look that up, that's where I'm getting this article from, San Jose. So this again is an update. A mother who is accused of killing her daughter while performing a disturbing exorcism. So if y'all don't know what an exorcism is, please watch the movie The Exorcist so y'all can learn what is an exorcism. What is an exorcism? An exorcism is a religious or spiritual practice that aims to remove negative spiritual influences from a person, place, or object. I think that people who do this are absolutely nuts. This was done inside a San Jose church in California. The mother has never expressed remorse. Claudia Hernandez allegedly believed that her daughter, who was 3 years old, and her name is Aurelie Naomi Proctor, was possessed by a demon. She believed this little baby girl with that beautiful smile that you guys just saw. Let me see if I can get her face back up on the screen. This angel, she referred to her as having a demon inside of her. When the girl was tortured to death on September 24th of 2021, according to the Santa Clara County District Attorney's Office, prosecutors said that Aurelie's mother, uncle, and grandfather killed the girl together inside a small Pentecostal church, Iglesia Apostles y Profetas. Whatever the hell that means, I don't know. Claudia has been locked in jail with no bail for the past 30 months awaiting trial. Prosecutors are seeking to ensure that the mother and her co-defendants remain locked up until their jury trial. The trio has pled not guilty. So nobody caused this girl's death? I find that hard to believe. Let me give you some details. The evidence presented at preliminary hearing shows the victim died during an ongoing assault that took place over the course of approximately 20 hours. And I want y'all to keep that baby's face, that smile in mind when you hear this story. Look at her face and look at that beautiful angel smile. This assault took place over the course of 20 hours. During this assault, Aurelie Doe fought for her life as 3 defendants, all trusted adults, forcibly grabbed her neck, torso, back, and legs and smothered her, Deputy District Attorney Rebecca Wise wrote. One reason asserted by the DA's office focused on Claudia's lack of remorse, which is the mother. She has shown no remorse for the violent assault she committed against Aurelie, and she does not believe what she did was wrong, they wrote in court documents. And like I said, you can go back and watch that. I don't think I have that video. I'd have to clip it, but just go back and watch it on my channel. The mother picked out and bought a funeral dress for her 3-year-old daughter while she was still alive. Let me repeat myself. She picked out and bought a funeral dress for her 3-year-old daughter while she was still alive. Claudia decided that her daughter had to die when she received a vision from God that told her that God was going to Aurelie, court documents state. She told police that 2 weeks before Aurelie was killed, she had a vision of dropping her daughter off at the gates of heaven. Claudia says she thought, okay, baby, you have to go, court documents state. Claudia allegedly told police that her daughter was possessed by a demon because the little girl was crying, screaming, throwing clothes out of a closet, and refusing to drink milk after asking for it. Wise noted that Aurelie's actions were common for any 3-year-old. Aurelie fought back and tried to escape from her family during the church assault. If freed from custody ahead of trial, the 26-year-old mother will pose a danger to the public, especially children, prosecutors assert, which I agree. And I'm wondering where the father is, too. I see y'all typed that in the chat. Where is the biological father? Those are the 3 suspects. The victim's uncle, 20-year-old Rene Aaron Hernandez Santos, in the middle, and her grandfather, 60-year-old Rene Trigueros Hernandez, did not express any remorse either. Aaron believes that he has certain powers given to him by God. Those gifts include the ability to speak in tongues, the gift to heal, the gift to interpret tongues, the gift of seeing visions, and the gift of reprimanding, court documents state. Aaron told police that Claudia likely delivered the fatal blow by grabbing Aurelie's neck, court documents show. The grandfather served as the church's lead pastor until his arrest in 2022. Renee's defense attorney hired a private investigator who interviewed several friends and members of the church congregation. The members explained what their faith believes in and defended their pastor's character. Let me say that again. They know and hear what happened to this little girl, and they defended their pastor's character, acting as character witnesses. They defended his character, knowing that these 3 people murdered this little girl. I don't know what kind of religion that is. I don't know what kind of God they believe in. But if you ask me, all of those people in the church need to be investigated. I think I've said that before. And I just say, whatever their religion is, throw the whole religion in the garbage. Just stop believing in whatever you're believing in. Just start over. Just get rid of it. Just don't believe in nothing. If this is what your religion is telling you to do to children, is murder them, throw the whole religion away. There's nothing that is more important than our babies, and they need to be protected. And anybody who believes that they don't need to be protected are stupid people. Okay? Now let's keep going. The interviews were recently submitted to a judge to consider for granting bail. Wow. So they want this man free. One friend whose name was redacted in court documents said that he's known the pastor since they were children. They grew up in El Salvador and attended the same church, Iglesia Apostles y Profetas. The friend said Rene is an honest, honorable man, even though he had her killing children, murdering children, helping participate in murdering children. Let me get that correct. Apostles y Profetas is a Christian church similar to the apostolic faith. The church believes in the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit and based their teachings on the 3, private investigator Alicia Lopez wrote. The friend said Renee's faith does not believe in exorcism nor practice them. But they hear this and then they support him anyway. It's interesting. The church is actually against the practice because they believe it is a diabolical ritual. So you could just stop right there and just ask, then why are y'all defending these damn fools? Church don't believe in it, but he did it in name of the church and the faith and the Christianic, whatever faith it is. And said that God told him to do it. The church friend stated that the church believes in demonic possession. He explained that the Bible instructs Christians to pray for people who are demon possessed. That don't sound like that includes murdering little 3-year-old little girls. The friend said he had witnessed people who were experiencing demonic possession, including a man who showed extraordinary strength, banged his head against cement, and bent an iron object with his bare hands, Lopez wrote. Renee told police that his 3-year-old granddaughter showed quote-unquote unusual strength and tried to bite him while he was holding her down. That sounds like a baby who was trying to fight for her life. And the only thing she had access to do was bite. She used every piece of strength in her body to live and survive. Renee described the incident that killed O'Reilly as a prayer ceremony. However, he admitted that physical force was used against the small child. Small, the predicate word. Santa Clara County Judge Hanley Chu ruled on May 13th that there is enough evidence for Claudia, Aaron, and Renee to stand trial for assault causing the death of a child. The trio remained in custody without bail as of Wednesday, inmate records show. Their next court date is August the 14th, so that's coming up here in about 10 days, depending on when you're watching this. So I'll probably have to do an update. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. I hate that it takes so long for us to be able to get these conclusions to find out what really happened. But sometimes that's just the nature of the courts. Y'all do me a favor and leave a comment in the comment section, especially if you go back and watch my original video. So yes, this is San Jose, California. Y'all hit that thumbs up, leave a comment. Let's take a look at these news videos.
Tonight, an exclusive look inside the back room of a San Jose house. This home also served as a church where a 3-year-old girl died in an apparent exorcism. Now, 3 people have been arrested, the girl's mother, along with her uncle and grandfather. Our exclusive reporting over the last month already revealed some of the details in this bizarre case. Here's NBC Bay Area's Ian Cole.
Tonight, a look inside the makeshift church for the first time. Our partners at Telemundo 48 capturing the video showing the rented room on the side of a house on South 2nd Street in San Jose. It is converted into a small church with seating for about 40 people. The same place, a 3-year-old girl was killed in an apparent exorcism, allegedly involving the girl's mother, Claudia Hernandez, her uncle and grandfather, the pastor, both named Rene Hernandez. Prosecutors say in September, Claudia brought her little girl to the church where the 3 prayed and then physically abused the girl over a 12-hour period. After all 3 were arrested, the landlord told the church to leave, giving the remaining members 30 days notice. He has changed the locks. Tonight, my colleague Yomara Lopez at our Telemundo station spoke with a man who claims to be a member of the church.
Cuando escuchamos acerca de esto de exorcismos.
He says when he heard of the exorcism, it made no sense because all we do is pray for the sick, but we don't engage in that kind of demonic behavior. He adds that he knows the 3 suspects, along with another member of the church, Yesenia Ramirez, who was arrested last month in the kidnapping of baby Brandon, a story that also made national headlines connected to this one small room and its congregation. He never suspected any of it. He says this has caused sadness among the church because you learn to appreciate all the members. The fact this is all happening is really sad.
The 3 members of the Hernandez family are being held without bail. If convicted, they each face 25 years to life in prison. At the Santa Clara County Jail, Ian Cole, NBC Bay Area News.
I'm Ann Makovic at the Live News Desk, and more arrests just announced in the death of a 3-year-old girl in what has been described as an exorcism. Taking a live look at the city of San Jose, it happened at a home with a makeshift church last September on South 2nd Street. The girl was found unresponsive on the floor and could not be revived. Her mother, Claudia Hernandez Santos, was arrested in January, and today, after the coroner's report was released, San Jose police announced that they have arrested the girl's uncle and grandfather as well, Renee Hernandez Santos and Renee Hernandez. The charges, child abuse leading to a child's death.
There was a delay in time before officers and emergency personnel were contacted. The reasoning behind that is obviously part of the investigation. We're still trying to wonder why anybody would delay in calling first responders at any sign of an illness of a child or illness or death of a child.
Police are not releasing any details as to how exactly this girl died or what happened.
Well, we've already talked about that. So let's go one more, and then I got one that's a little bit long, but we're going to kind of skip through it.
We start with a heartbreaking case involving a little girl. 3 people are accused of killing her during an exorcism-like ritual in San Jose. Today, the next step in this gut-wrenching case. NBC's Ian Cole was the only reporter in the courtroom.
The 3-year-old's mother, uncle, and grandfather face felony charges of child abuse leading to death as prosecutors today began laying out evidence against them.
Today, the preliminary hearing finally began in the case of a young girl killed in what police describe as an exorcism-like ritual back in 2021. She's only identified as Arely Doe. It happened inside a backyard church the family used to run. One of the lead investigators in the case took the stand to describe his interviews with the 3 defendants, seen here in video from past hearings. Cameras were not allowed in court today. He said the girl's mother, Claudia Hernandez, told him God had taken her child because Arely was possessed with a demon, adding that Claudia told the girl's uncle everything was going to be okay and we won't be found guilty for what we did, allegedly saying in that interview that she killed her daughter but did not mean to. The investigator also says the grandfather described how he held the girl tightly across his chest for 2 hours, saying the 3-year-old was acting like the girl in the movie The Exorcist. But the grandfather says it wasn't an exorcism, even though they were trying to rid her of being possessed. And none of the 3 defendants tried any life-saving measures. Defense attorneys objected to certain lines of questioning, but will get their chance to cross-examine. The defendant's family was in court, but did not want to comment. Attorneys for all sides say they can't talk until it's over. But we spoke with lawyer Stephen Clark, who is not associated with this case, about why the preliminary hearing will be so detailed.
The DA wants to lay out their case because they need to show what each individual defendant did relative to the death of this young child. So it's important that this is just a probable cause hearing, but at the same time, this is setting the case up for trial.
The preliminary hearing is expected to last through next Tuesday, at which point the judge will decide if this case moves on to trial.
All right, and like I said, we've got until August, about 10 days from now. Let's see if we can kind of skip through this just a bit.
On the table here, is that what we're talking about? I'm going to explain why. January 2022, just days before she was arrested, Hernandez seemingly posted a video online about her daughter. During the 45-minute video, Hernandez seems to recount memories of Arely from the time.
So I think they're going to play the video. I had it on my channel because at one point I still have the video and I played it on my channel. So I don't know if I still have it, but listen from here.
Time she was conceived until her death. At times she appears to be holding back tears, but then there are other times where it almost seems like she makes light of what happened.
It's so hard now, because going from having her every day to...
Keep in mind, this is the video of her talking about her dead daughter.
Having her every day to not having her at all, it's so hard. It's hard, and to think that I'm not gonna see her grow up, like how I thought that I was gonna see her grow up, But it's okay. It's okay because I know she's in a better place, you know, and God knows why He allows these things, you know. And I know everybody wants to know what happened to her, like the cause of her death, and I will talk to you guys about it. You know, I will, but when I'm ready. I could sit here and be negative about the thing, like, oh, like I wish I could go back and this and this and that, but it's like there is no point of me doing that, you know, because I cannot change what is, you know. It is what it is. So I've learned to think positive, you know, because it's many reasons why God took her.
Okay, if what prosecutors are alleging is true, it is an incredibly disturbing reaction to the death of your own 3-year-old child. 26-year-old Hernandez, her 20-year-old brother, and her 60-year-old father were each charged with 1 felony count of assault on a child younger.
I'm going to see if he plays more of that video. I don't see it. Let's see. So like I say, I might have to go back and do it myself just so y'all can hear it again. It's just very, very disturbing. But nonetheless, I hope all of these people get a life sentence. Anybody who would hurt, murder, or abuse children, I don't think that type of mentality can be rehabilitated. I don't think that can be fixed. I don't think that can be counseled. I don't think that you can sit in prison long enough to be safe enough to come back into our society. They just have to be locked away and throw the key away. If you're not going to give them the ultimate penalty under law, the DP, which I think that they all deserve, then you got to lock them away permanently. These are the type of people that do not deserve to ever get out of prison. To this little angel, young princess, I wish I could have been your father, and I wish I could have been there for you. R.I.P. These people are just flat out disgusting. But let me know what you guys think about this story. Leave a comment in the comment section, okay? Thank you.